Alrighty, what it do, y'all? Just another battle blogger, aka that boy Rose, and we back with another battle rap rant. You already know what this is. I gather up what I can find, what that happened in battle rap of the week, and we rant about it. So let's get into the motherfucking usual, and let's get started ranting. You heard? Alrighty, let's get into the motherfucking rants. What should we start with? We got a lot of shit this week. Let's start. Wait, where should we start? Where should we start? Let's just start off something simple. Shouts out to Funeral Farrell. Shouts out to Farrah Funeral. She says she will battle Foots on a light work. So it's actually pretty dope seeing these top tiers or quote unquote legends, or if not legends, just the more established battle rappers that got the established fan base. We know who they are, battling the new guys, even if it's on light work. Because I feel like the only way you could build the new guys and make them into stars is them getting those type of battles. Like, they have to battle somebody with the name for niggas to see it. They can turn up and be crazy in their class all they want, but until they battle a top tier, they're not gonna get the respect that they need. So what else? That's how I feel about that. So shouts out to that. Shouts outs to Hitman Holla. This nigga is going crazy on Mook right now. He said he's talking about I mean, it's kind of factual, but he said your GOAT has to be in front of his home crowd to get 2 haymakers. The nigga trash. I don't think Mook is trash. I don't think he's trash. Like, his Geechee Gotti performance was good. I mean, it was kind of gas, but it was good. But I get what he's trying to say, because, like, let's be real, Mook hasn't been doing good lately. His only good performance that I give him credit for, at least me, is the Geechee Gotti shit. The Tay Rock performance he did great in, but there was no crowd. There was nobody in that room. It wasn't a small room, so it's just like, you know, you get it, you judge it how you judge it. I don't count none of those damn battles with nobody was in the room, if you ask me personally. But because it just wasn't, that's not battle rap. Battle rap is not 2 niggas in an empty fucking room. You get what I'm saying? But I get what he's saying. Hitman Holla is talking this shit. He wants to battle Mook. He thinks he can beat Mook. That's gonna be an interesting battle. Interesting battle. I feel like that's just gonna be a battle that's gonna be like lyricism versus performance. Even though Hitman Holla is lyrical, he can't get like that. Like the Bill Collector, he was barring Bill Collector's life away. So, yeah. What else? Shouts outs to Verb, because Verb and Swamp is going at it right now. Fucking Verb talking about he barely got out of the Tay Rock battle alive, and he stunk up the New York battle. No one, he's saying like no one, he's thinking he's not skilled enough or some shit like that, skilled enough to battle him. And then he also said, so what else did he said some other crazy shit. He said what was it? He's saying like, he was like, niggas ain't getting an anxiety attack to receive a swamp deposit. But it's just like, Verb, I get that you did good versus Suge. I'm not downplaying that, but like, let's not act like you haven't been trashed these last couple of months. And let's be real, you talking about how he stunk up the place in New York and shit like that, but like, are we gonna act like you haven't stunk up the place in New York? Don't act like you didn't get booed versus fucking Charlie Clips. Let's act like you didn't get booed versus K-Shine. I know I'm missing some battle. You got booed in the John battle, the I Am a Rooster. Like, bruh, come on now. We not about to make it seem like you just been that nigga in New York. Like, you probably got 1 win in New York and it's maybe good. Maybe. I'm like, no, you beat Briz. That was in New York, I think. So I'll give you that one. You beat Briz. But like, you get what I'm saying? If like, I really have to go back and really think about the battles, and like really sit here and think about the battles. But you ain't been too hot in New York. Like, let's not get that thing. And you lost to Tay Rock, and Swamp arguably beat Tay Rock. So like, what are we doing here? You talking about how he barely made it out alive? Nigga, you didn't make it out alive. That was a trash Tay-Rock, and you lost to that, Mr. Look into the eye of a crowbar. Like, we get it. You did good in your last battle. We get it. But, like, bro, like, don't make it seem like you just been fire all of a sudden. Like, I don't know. This is why I don't like... This is why I don't like Verb being, like, the quote-unquote Sue Surf of the spaces now. Because, like... As much shit Surf talked, he at least backed it up. He was at least doing good. He was at least beating shit down niggas' legs. That's one thing you could say. So he can back up what he's talking about. Like, Verb hasn't been that good. He did good versus Suge, but he lost. Like, I'm giving his flowers. He did good. He did better than I expected. And I gave him his flowers. If you watch my recap of that battle, you'll see. You'll know that I gave him his credit. So, but it's just like, nah, you ain't been that great this year. You had one good battle and like just keep it moving. But shouts out to Swamp, cause Swamp talking his shit back too. Swamp is also talking his shit back. What is he saying? Like, he was just talking his shit. He was basically saying, like, no matter what sport I play, I'm not gonna be one in double digits in anything. And then he said, you lost to Suge, I beat Suge. So, like, stop acting like you a shot caller and shit like that. He said some other shit that I was saying. He was saying some other shit that I was saying, like, nigga, nobody wants to hear you talk about Pegasus. Like, yeah, exactly. He said nobody wants you to talk about Pegasus, mythological creatures and shit like that. Or Summer Madness 1. That nigga said shooting me with a musket. What's it called? In my opinion, I don't think Verb will be able to beat Swamp. In my opinion, I feel like the only battles Verb is doing good if it's against his class. That's what I have been noticing. If it's somebody within his class, he's been doing good. But the newer names, he hasn't been too hot. The only battle you can debate and say he won was Kid Chaos. But, like, come on. The nigga needed a whole fruit salad, like I keep saying, and a granola bar and shit to even get through those battles. But I guess if you edit it out and you, like, break it down that way, the chokes didn't matter and shit like that, you can say Verb won. But this is when I say niggas, y'all niggas pick and choose and shit, because since when they edit Verb's chokes out, y'all don't care. But like, bruh, but y'all care when they edit Chess chokes out though. You care when they edit Casey J's chokes out or Crawfy Brown's chokes out. Like, when it comes to another battle rapper, y'all care when them shits got cut out with the chokes and shit like that. But as soon as was the vegan guy, y'all don't care. Y'all actually giving him the win. So it is what it is. It's just funny to see y'all niggas pick and choose. Like, it just be the weirdest things. But what else could be? What else? What's up? Shotgun Suge and Hustle is forming a team. That's gonna be a fire. Whoever they battle. I don't know who they could battle, but they're trying to form a team. I'm interested to see how that battle, how that will play out. What's it called? Because I really like 2-on-2 events. Like, a double impact needs to happen. Like, my favorite events be the double impacts, because like, you don't really see, when it comes to the double impacts, you don't really see a trash battle. And it's probably because, like, when it comes to both of them, like both of the battle rappers, you can tell they both want to win. And like, it basically pushes you. I never did a 2-on-2 battle, but I feel like it pushes you to be better because you have somebody riding with you, and you get what I'm saying? And you have to prepare. Like, you have to practice to get the synchronizing and all that shit. So like, this ain't a situation where you can wait last minute, write your 3 rounds, and then like remember it then. Like, you have to prepare for these battles. Like, so you rarely see bad 2-on-2 battles. Like, if you try to name them out, it's probably on one hand. And like, the one battle I can just think of on top of my head, I'm not about to say because y'all gonna say I'm a hater and shit. But Mook's in it. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, what else? Shouts out to Conceited. Conceited said he said he was passing the torch to Nitty. He said he gotta be past the Nitty, and then when he leaves, it gotta go to Fonz. I feel Fonz gotta put in more work. Like, he has to have more groundwork. He's still building his resume, so I think it's too soon to say to pass him the torch. But I feel like Nitty Ben had the damn torch. But I'm happy for Conceited to say that Rum is a better puncher than him, or he's good in passing the torch. Now niggas can fucking realize it, because like, It's weird. It's weird. It's real. It's really weird. Like, you can see somebody's clearly better than somebody else, but until he battles that, or that battler gives him the credit, y'all niggas don't want to give it to him and stuff like that. And then he was also saying that he didn't have any interest to touching back. Like, he's saying, like, he didn't have any interest in going back to battle rap, but now he wants to go back after watching the Rum Nitty and Fonz battle. He will go back and he will like to battle Rum Nitty, but the URL wants him versus Cassidy. He'll beat Cassidy. That's just facts. He'll beat Cassidy, and that will be a very, like, that's a good battle for the non-battle rap culture, because the fan base, like, that's gonna be a big battle fan base wise. Like, I feel like a lot of niggas gonna be on caffeine to just watch that battle. So that's just one of those battles that it is what it is. That's what Cassidy does. And you can see it got a big fan base outside of battle rap. So, and that's gonna be an expensive fucking battle just because of the names. But Casita, you better stay far away from Nitty, bro. I don't see you getting around on Nitty. Like, we get it, you started this punching shit, you was good back then, but you watch them shits now, them shits aged like milk. But you get what I'm saying. But we'll see. You can say, niggas say that Casita can adjust and things like that. I don't think he can. Like, at least not like his second battle. Like, if you go to Cassidy, if he goes to Cassidy and Nitty, I don't think that's gonna be good. Like, he need a couple battles before he go to Nitty. Like, we need to confirm that ring rust that they get knocked out before we can just say he can beat Nitty, bro. It's hard to beat Nitty. Like, Nitty don't be losing. And the only times when niggas say Nitty loses when niggas do better than expected. But Nitty don't be losing. What else? Shouts out, speaking of Nitty, shouts out to Nitty, because he says he doesn't say that he's champion of the year, but the fans are saying it, so it is what it is. And he said he wants to do a light work before the year is over. And he's giving She Happens a shot, so that's a fire thing to see him. But the Rum Nitty could win it this year. Like, Rum Nitty, like, he's like the black sheep of winning it. Like, if he wins it, like, a lot of niggas will be surprised, but don't be surprised, because, like, Nitty had a fire year. I guess it's just because he's just not doing the promo, and then he's saying that he's a champion of the year. That's why niggas don't want to give it to him. But, like, he has a fire year. He beat EK, and he had a fire performance there. He has battle of the year with A-Ward. He won that battle. What else? What else did he do this year? He had the fire performance with None. He had the fire performance with Bill Collector. I haven't seen that battle, but people are saying he beat Bill Collector. Just had the crazy battle with Fonz. He won that battle. Like the only loss that he really got is the Swamp battle. And that performance was good, but his only loss is Swamp. So I know I'm missing battles within this year. I know I am. They're just not popping up in my head right now. But, like, Rum Nitty's year been fire. He had a fire year. So if he wins it, he's a black sheep or like a sleeper pick, because that he can for sure win. He can for sure win it. That's a fact. What else? John Adon and Loso is battling Calico and Clean Paper on the bullpen. That's a fire matchup on both ends. That's a both fire 2-on-2s. Speaking of 2-on-2s, fucking Rum Nitty and Twerk is talking about doing a battle, being in a 2-on-2, which is fucking insane. Like, I don't know who gonna beat that 2-on-2. Like, who can beat that? Like, that's like the only way they'll lose if, like, Twerk fucks up. And I don't feel like Twerk's gonna choke and fuck up, because that's like I said, 2-on-2 battles, like, you have to prepare. Like, you have to prepare if you want a good showing. Like, you have to prepare. Like, you have to prepare just to even get the rounds out, because y'all are both riding together, and you gotta, like, get the who's gonna say this and who's gonna say that shit. But that's a crazy team. Something fucking fucked up with my recording. But that's a crazy team. That's a very crazy team. And in my opinion, I thought the best team was EFB, Geechee Gotti, and Nitty. Like, I thought that 2-on-2, I thought them as a team was crazy. I don't think nobody can really beat them. Because what they did with NWX, I pretty much saw what they could do. Like I felt like they beat MWX, but the niggas have NWX winning. I don't really debate it, but like they had some crazy shit. But that 202 is gonna be crazy. Nobody gonna be able to beat him, and beat them. That's a fact. That's just how I feel. And the last thing I want to talk about, the grand finale, the talk of what's happening of this week is Tay Rock dropping paperwork on Kid Slade. And at first, I didn't want to jump in straight into it and just throw the snitch jacket on Kid Slade. I keep stopping my recordings. All right, throw the snitch jacket on Kid Slade until I actually look into it. Kid Slade explained his side, but actually looking into the paperwork, you like it's a weird situation because yes, Kid Slade talked. He said something while he was on the stand, so you can't defend that. But to make it seem like he was just pointing names out and getting niggas incriminated and stuff, that's just, he didn't do all that. So yes, you could say he's a snitch. He did cooperate, but he didn't incriminate anybody, and he didn't say anything criminal things. So yes, like yeah, he told. It is what it is. He cooperated. You can say that, but the compare it to this Adi Boom situation, like the compare it to this Adi Boom situation, it's not the same. It is not the same. Like I feel like Kid Slade I don't think Kid Slade should be canceled, in my opinion, because I'm about to speak on the Tay Rock shit a little bit later on, but like going into what all Tay Rock was doing and then going into the interview with the nigga who said he was snitch, you watch the interview and it's just so many things that's contradicting and it don't make sense, and then he doesn't show the paperwork. Like they're like, you saying that he gave these niggas all these years, but there's no paperwork of him sitting on the stand telling and pointing out and things like that. And then the things that are highlighted is just like niggas are saying, where does it say that he told? But the fact, like, you gotta put the snitch jacket on him because he said something when they showed the video. He talked, so you can't get around that. And Kid Slade admitted to that. But the things that he was indicted for, like he was on a whole drug bust with a couple people, and he kept it solid. He kept it solid, and you gotta respect that. So I don't know. It's just a weird situation. I don't think he should be canceled and compare it to this Adi Boom situation. Because it's not the same, and it's weird. It's just a weird situation. And the one thing about this situation I didn't really like is all the action Tay Rock was doing. Because if you try to compare this to the Adi Boom situation, yes, Big K pulled out the paperwork and he did what he did. But if we about to sit here and say Big K did all this extra shit, it's just not true. Big K did what he did in the first round, got the battle done, and he was just quiet about it. And everybody else did the research, and we found out that he did what he did. But Tay Rock is doing all this extra shit, getting interviews with the nigga who said he snitched, and then, you know what I'm saying, Nunu is a fucking civilian. She just fucks with Kid Slade. You get what I'm saying? And then he getting mad at her for supporting him, but when she's a civilian, you get what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's crazy. And it's just crazy. Like that was the only thing I didn't like about the situation. I'm not mad at that he pulled the paperwork. He did what he did. That's not the problem. It was the extra shit for me. It was all the extra shit he was fucking doing. It was just like, all right, bro. Now you doing too damn much. Like, but I can also understand Tay Rock's side, because if the tables was turned, we would be killing Tay Rock. Y'all niggas would be destroying Tay Rock, bro. Like, it is what it is. So I get both sides, but I just didn't like the extraness shit. Like, cause I get it, the paperwork's out, you did that, but it's like all this extra shit, and I feel like all the extra shit you did is kind of put you in a bind, cause like now niggas is really looking into it, and it's just like, nah, it is like Kid Slade is not, he didn't do what y'all niggas are trying to make it out to be, and it is looking really shaky for you, Tay Rock, and it's like, And when a battle drops, you might lose credibility for the shit because you was doing all of the extra shit. If you just let the paperwork be and didn't do much, you could have got Kid Slay out of here. But I'm interested to see how this shit goes. I don't think what Kid Slay did will get him canceled, but I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I'm interested. I do know he has to deal with the angles, so it is what it is. So yeah, this was a long rant. But yeah, I'm done. I'm done with that. Shouts out to Remnant and Funds. That battle was fired yesterday. So with that being said, it's just another battle.